Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Florida Gators. Taking on the second
Alright, shit.
Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack.
Last game of this fucking gauntlet.
Time to get it going. Trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Oh, he's going to go up top.
And
so much for feeling each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it. All gas.
Alright. Oh shit.
The magic bean on the opening play of the game, taking the shot. Doesn't get
damn,
better
bro, got the damn line though.
Looking for a man. It's Carr. Got his man. Powers through. He gets it inside the 30 and
Kai, come here.
And they are rolling. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. And there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him. Let him break tackles. Let him make plays.
Hold on. I'm right there.
Wants to go up top on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Wisely avoids the tackle with the slide.
Nice job by the QB. Sit back.
Okay. Yeah, go to the body.
Football, go through his progressions. Nothing home. Take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Breaking hella hot.
Coming to the line with another first down. They march to the red zone, and here they go. Caught over the middle. It's Price. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Oh, look at all day.
That crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much.
Damn, I'm 14.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high.
I went from 5
they
to
were ready
14.
for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute show.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
He wants to change this route. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Carr. He's got it still on his feet. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Got it behind the line. It's Payne. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
They'll move the wide receiver. Calls his own number. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
And man, that is a great tackle. And your safeties have to be great tacklers, especially nowadays with all these quarterbacks that want to run. These good athletes like this guy right here. Nice job being in space, getting him to the ground. That is a tough ask, but man, did he do it right there.
The option look.
Oh my God!
Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
Coming out with it, it's Daniels. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll try the run. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll toss it to the left. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Bobby cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who can...
There he goes. Makes a stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
There he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gator.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And the extra point is good. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Carr. A little release to the back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. After that first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Great completion to the right. Runs for the tackle. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. To throw, it's Carr. There's the pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown by the Irish.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw. It's Lagway. He'll pull it down. How about that job to get down in the nick of time to avoid the big hit? The Gators want to pick up the tempo.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Gators in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run play action. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Man, this guy's shown you the whole game, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The DBs will back off a bit. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Try to get it to the edge. Breaks the tackle. The Gators get enough to move the chain.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
They move to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Creates a little room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. He might want another play. To the air, it's Carr. Got a man, it's Payne. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Incompletion, back to the passing game. Sails one into the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. He's going to run it. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Carr. Quickly out to the tight end. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
Dropping back, it's Carr. He's going for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. he had just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Scrambling away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Looking for a crease, it's Daniels. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Gators will hustle to the line. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. You're seeing them now go hurry it.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter. This offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Right on target this time. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
The Gators are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Oh, the ball's out after that big play. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. They just keep firing. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
So now it's 2nd and long. His tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Well, the offense is trying to get aggressive. They're trying to hit the corner route, but just better coverage on the back end by the defense knocking that one away.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. From the gun, running back gets the give.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
3rd down, red zone play. Crowd alive. Now rolling to the left. It's complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Defenses have their hands full with with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
And the Gators are threatening on 1st and goal. Using his feet. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Carr. Makes the grab on the shuffle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Motion from the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Man, a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. First down, and they stop him at the 28. Notre Dame right back to the line.
You know, I think there's a lot of people in the stadium that were wondering, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field? But the gamble paid off.
Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Punts it out of the air. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. This is a designed run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Caught behind the line. It's Price. Turning it on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll run it on the toss. Inside the 30. It's a seam wide open. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd the victory. They'll immediately call timeout. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Now on the move. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Carr. Here comes the heat. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, 1st down.
They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. He's going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
This defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Gets it out quickly. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Makes a catch, 1st down, and maybe a lot more. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
A stop and pull maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus focus on it enough, how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes the grab on third. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
The Gators have their offense in high gear. Unloads quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over. Nice job.
Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big throws.
Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And you really want your best player to be your quarterback, to be your leader. And he's been that all year long. Dude, he's in the top 10 passing in all of college football, and he's leading this team very much in the Heisman race. And guess what? Got a chance to end the year strong, make a statement, and go out and be maybe the best player in all of college football.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air, it's Lagway. Fires left. Pulls it in. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the 1st down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
The toss to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Makes the grab. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And that's a great throw by this young man. Listen, he's had an up and down day, actually probably a little bit more down than up. But this is the big moment. This is where his team needs him to come through. Great start. Let's see if he can put this together trailing late in this football game.
The across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Here's a heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Well, the quarterback had a lot of pressure on him right there. Third and long, fourth quarter, you're trailing by 3, and a lot of guys want to make the big play, but it's not there. So do the smart thing, throw it away, and now you put the pressure on your own kicker to go out and tie this thing.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. Final minute of play, we are deadlocked. Guys, what a finish we're experiencing. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. Timeout is called with just a single second left. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Nerves of steel. Right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. Great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true. So I can't take it too hard, but I got to use it.
Yeah, this loss definitely hurts, and I know one of the goals for this team at the start of the year was to go undefeated and win a national championship. You can't go undefeated anymore, but you can still win a national championship. The key is the leadership in the locker room. They've got to